Alrighty, let's see. Is everything alright? Yeah, everything's going. I'm just checking out the stream, making sure that everything's there. And, well, for anyone interested, welcome back to Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartending Action. I believe that's the, yes, it's right in the top, top right corner. Alright, last time we left off, shit's going down with the bank. Apparently there was a lot of documentation that exposes the White Knights as, or at least the corruptions within the White Knights, and there are now defectors from said organization. We do know one such White Knight who is more in charge of rescue and first aid. So, and she was at the bank while things were going down there. We don't have all the details there, but let's hope Say's all right. Yeah, apparently a lot of people have things out for the White Knights right now. And hopefully I haven't forgotten all of that in the past 4 days. Anyways. Yeah. Well, for those watching the stream, thanks for being here. For otherwise, if you're viewing the VOD, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy your time. Despite what's going on in the background, well, it's supposed to be a nice chill time. There's no time limits, there's nothing else. Yeah. I should probably work in more of a first-time viewer kind of thing to all of these videos, yeah, but that's neither here or there. Let's get started. Rise and shine! Oh god, nope, that's going on the stream apparently. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me, on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy. I don't remember any of these voices anymore. But forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly to have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they're petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out there, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knights they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folk are on edge too. I wonder if Say's alright. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say, even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get you to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. So, in other words, I probably should have continued because day 6 is probably not going to be all that long. But anywho, we'll grab something for lunch on the way. Well, looks like we got a couple of deers. Hello, hello. Sounds good. Butcher that one. Oh! This is the first time I'm seeing this kind of screen. It's very interesting. Very reminiscent of classic Metal Gear. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. And this is probably the longest you'll ever see Jill's face. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. Did I tell you did I tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime? I did tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime. English is funny. Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say, to one of us going through the Spanish announcers table. I don't understand. Am I missing something here? But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh right, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago, and it's too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago? Why? Nothing, it's just like the one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use. It just got ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyways. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus, I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Why did I say it that way? Take your time. I'm not making cat noises. I'm very tempted to make cat noises. I might attempt to make cat noises. But right now, I'm not making cat noises. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back home, we had a bear. I see. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Oh. Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture. On printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. And the one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh. Is this pic recent or... Actually, That one's from 3 to 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. You look exactly the same. Well, I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. Do they? I mean, I don't know. Like, anywho. That was a little bit of a voice crack. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly, let alone printed and a framed one. Did you break up on good terms then? Or you even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex? Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. And you look so happy in the picture. Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know. I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her on the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. You know, it's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing, please give that to me. Okay. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Okay. Shine Spark, 15 out of 11. Apparently there's a little bit of drift on my mouse. And Kiramiki. Dang, you have lots of beers. I guess, okay, well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card that I use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the ones in the bar are more of a double API. This is more of a Pilsner. In English, please? This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Dunno, doesn't taste like it's lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what's the name of that base liquid you use at the bar again? Alright. Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogonal or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid that they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. More struggling. Well, hey Chaotic, welcome. Apparently we're not bartending today. Apparently we are drinking beers out on the patio, which I was not expecting that. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And this one made it. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is, near the end, NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer. If I remember correctly, they need it for packaged drinks. I see. I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Dunno. What with being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you kept a poster of me in your room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? That's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, dunno, an erotic toy-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although, no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think. I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did something hurt you? Because if they did, I can dish out the pain. No, nothing of a sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have intercourse for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back though. That's what friends are for. Hang on, let's give Jill a drink. Okay. I don't know how, like, she already has a can in her hand, so I'm gonna let her have it. I'm not gonna just spam this though. Anyways. Wait, you talk about a poster and compare it to having a toy-shaped trophy. Did you just call me? Did you call me a phallic face? Essentially, what's going on? That's what friends are for. Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean. Who in blue blazes is he? Oh, yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in the Hong Kong riots, and that probably will get me flagged for some reason. And he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but so far I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that. When I think I have a clue as to who he is, something else comes up for that contradicts that evidence. That guy's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some kind of emotionless robot. Beer? You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. Should it be hates bell peppers? Or is there a French? No, whatever. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up at the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day, and he just showed up at the bar. I'm gonna take another drink. I think that's just natural. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have the money on him. Excuse me. Ooh, I was not expecting that. Stifling a sneeze is kind of tough. Anywho. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave him the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. Drink. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Dang. I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value and judge him for what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. Ooh. I shouldn't be doing that on stream. Yeah, I'll stop that. Anyways. Alright. So, what surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that... Oh, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. Dang it, I missed that one. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You have a bad relationship with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. But back to Alma. I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one. I can't help but want her to succeed. Ah, I see. There's also that exotic worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me though. I've seen lots of exotic workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather she takes to it with such childish excitement. You should not. Nope. Okay. I kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lillian can be weird. You think? Lillian operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. Drink. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model, or something. Let them get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies, so they're fulfilling their main purpose. So if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a lot of built-in push whenever she is in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lillian is a bit weird, though. It is. You'd expect it to be called bots or dolls, but Lillian doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lillian? As far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. Oh, that's cool. Be right back, one quick moment. Alright, let me just write down that time so I can cut that out of the publish log. Okay. Alright. So, as far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. Drink. And Lilith are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Just like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presents Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, The main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. It just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Okay, this is getting much more complicated. Needs a drink. Challenging as well, the Dickens. Whoa, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back when then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, I dressed like her, I could even recite the full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's besides the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but when I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold it against those, I don't know, turd heads? Nut jobs? Anyhow. Sounds rough. You know what most girls worry about? You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? Drink. I worry about jerkasses singing the theme tune of a show to mock me. Anyway, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud. I never thought that about it because I found the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it. What kind of kid were you, boss? Drink. When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight the kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment, he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little. And the next, he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot. My mom was always traveling. So I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age. My dad says his last words were something like, "Bloody scientists. Creating talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question? I'm curious about you, really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. From what you tell me, though, it seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a little bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Drink. Anyway, I have this friend I've known for a long time, red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called Nirvana. If you thought the city was dangerous, You should see the people she has to deal with it over there. Piracy ain't anything to mess with. And means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do? I think the bar was originally her hotel bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened up. So I guess these despite being called Nirvana, each thing has a meaning in and of itself. Okay, so Annex B, interesting. And open Nirvana, I misread that completely. I'm just dumb. Nirvana B. In the hotel instead. I believe. I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. Sure. Okay. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to that hotel. So, that bar was her woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends are friends. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, a chimney cleaner, a lumberjack, a pet shop attendant, a corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, Sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in... I was about to read that as Ham's way. Harm's way. Okay. A lot of people don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home, college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. Drink. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit, and that refuses to go out. And, you know, he's a cat. Hey, cats are fine too, you know. Hey, boss. What will you do when the bar closes? Don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. Also thinking about going home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Drink. Will you be visiting me when... Oh, wrong voice. Will he be visiting me whenever the bar and I end up with... My apologies. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working with? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you to transfer to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Drink. Don't worry, Maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind up a bit. Yeah, maybe. Oh, cutscene. Was not expecting a cutscene. It's really slow. It's snowing. Is it expecting me to press something? I'd hate to interrupt it. Chapter 2. Welcome to Chapter 2. Excellent, excellent. Alright. Electricity bill. Woof. Electricity bill is 8,000. Just curious about the Daruma she saw. Have a nice day. Okay, let's get her Daruma. Best boss. Okay, so let's quickly take a look at any new mail out there. Oh gosh, what did I miss? You know, I should probably rate this after the stream, so it doesn't because it's gonna be dead air otherwise. But that was day 6. It was chill and didn't use anything that I should have probably remembered. But anywho, today's going to be a shorter episode / stream, but thanks for being here. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna save and give them a quick read on my own time. And yeah, if you like what you saw, if you stumbled on my page, and feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, or even share if you so dare. Anywho, ta-ta for now.